Dear friends, I am Dr. Santosh Desai and I welcome you all to my YouTube channel. Today I am going to discuss examples from GATE 2004 question papers. All these examples are from the topic linear algebra. So let us consider one by one. The eigenvalues of the matrix 4 minus 2 minus 2 1 are. So the options are given 1 4 minus 1 2 0 5 and cannot be determined. Now here everybody know what is mean by eigenvalues. So just we recall the two properties of the eigenvalues, and by using these two properties one can easily find the answer for this without any calculations. So let us consider first two properties. The sum of eigenvalues is equal to sum of diagonals, and second property is product of eigenvalues is equal to determinant. So let us apply these two properties and find out the answer. So by using first property, here sum of diagonals is 5 and therefore sum of eigenvalue should be 5. Now there are two options A and C whose sum is 5. Now it is difficult to guess the answer, so therefore we apply the second property, that is product of eigenvalues is equal to determinant. Now here determinant of given matrix is 0 and therefore from option A and C now you can easily find the answer. So option C gives the correct answer and therefore the eigenvalues of given matrix are 0 and 5. So whenever there is an example on eigenvalues, just you remember these two properties. Sum of eigenvalues is equal to sum of diagonals and product of eigenvalues is equal to its determinant. Now consider next one. For the matrix, so 3 by 3 matrix is given. One of the eigenvalue is minus 2. Which of the following is an eigenvector? So the four options are given. A, B, C and D. So here we have to find out the eigenvector corresponding to eigenvalue minus 2. Now, if you want to use a mathematical procedure, then it takes 4 to 5 minutes to find out the eigenvector corresponding to the eigenvalue. So instead of that, we use the definition of eigenvector. So first we recall the definition. We know that a non-zero vector x is said to be eigenvector corresponding to eigenvalue lambda if ax is equal to lambda x, and we are going to use this definition. That means let us take the given matrix A, take the first option A, multiply both, we will get the one new column vector, and from that column vector take eigenvalue minus 2 common. If the new column vector is our multiplied vector, then we say that that vector is a eigenvector. So for this let us consider option A first and consider the multiplication of given matrix A and option A, and we know how to multiply two matrices. So obviously the matrix multiplication is exist. So therefore its multiplication is first element you will get 3 into 3, that is 9, plus minus 2 into minus 2, that is 4, 13, plus 2 into, so you'll get 15. So the first element is 15 and here eigenvalue is minus 2. If we take minus 2 common, then you will get minus 2 in, and first element is minus 7.5. But here we check that the in the option A the first element is 3 and here the first element is minus 7.5, and therefore this is not the eigenvector. So similarly one can check for B and C also. Now let us check for D. So here given matrix is there and consider the option D, that is 2 5 0. We take the multiplication of these two. So the first element is 3 into 2, that is 6, plus minus 2 into 5, that is equal to minus 10. So 6 minus 10 we get minus 4. Now the second element is obtained by multiplying second row and first column. So it is 0 into 2, that is 0, minus 2 into 5, that is minus 10. So here we get minus 10 and last element is 0. Now if you take minus 2 common, then we get 250, that is our original vector x, and this shows that the vector 250 is an eigenvector corresponding to eigenvalue -2. Now consider the example from 2004 question paper. What values of x, y, z satisfy the following system of linear equations? So the system of equations is given, that is three equations are given, and we have to find out the solution for this system of equations. So the options are given A, B, C and D. Now one can solve these examples by two methods. So one is trial and error method, that is we have to take option A, substitute in place of x, y, z, take the multiplication and check whether that is equal to RHS or not. That is a simple method. And another one method is reduce the coefficient matrix to the echelon form and then use reverse substitution, and one can find the solution. So let us consider first mathematical part. So consider, here we reduce coefficient matrix A to echelon form. Again we know the procedure. So first, if A11 is equal to 0, then use elementary row or column transformations such that A11 becomes non-zero. Use row transformation and bring zeros everywhere in the first column, and repeat about two steps for A22, A33 and so on. So let us by R2 and by R2 minus R1 and R3 minus 2 times R1 we get. So the first row as it is, that is 1, 2, 3. Second row is 0, 1, 1, and third row is 0, minus 2, minus 3. Again x, y, z is as it is and is equal to RHS is first element is as it is, that is 6. Then we get 2 and then 0. Now by using second element of second row, we bring 0 in place of -2, and this can be done using the transformation R3 plus 2 times R2. So we get again first two rows as it is, and third row takes the form 0, 0 and -1. Again x, y, z is equal to, here we get 6, 2 and 4. Now this is the required echelon form. So from this equation or from the last row we get minus z is equal to 4, and this implies z is equal to -4. From the second row we get y plus z is equal to 2, and substituting the values of z and simplifying for y we get y is equal to 6. And from the first equation x plus 2y plus 3z is equal to 6. This gives x is equal to 6, and therefore the answer is 6, 6 minus 4. Now let us consider alternative method. So alternative method is nothing but we have to use options one by one and consider the multiplication of given matrix and xyz, and we have to check whether this is equal to RHS or not. So for option A, let us consider the matrix and option A, that is 6, 3, 2, and we check the multiplication of these two. So first element is 1 into 6, that is 6, plus 2 into 3, that is 6, plus 6, that is 12, 3 into 2, that is 6. So this is equal to 18. But if you check the RHS, the first element is not 18. So this is not the answer. Now similarly check for B. Again consider given matrix. Option B is written and its multiplication is, first element is we will get 6. Second element is obtained by multiplying second row of A and column of xyz. So you'll get 12 plus 6 minus 12. So you'll get 5. But again this is not equal to given RHS. And now consider option C. Again given matrix, then values of xyz and its multiplication we will get 1 into 6, that is 6, plus 2 into 6, that is 12, plus 3 into -4, that is -12. So we'll get 6. Then 1 into 6, that is 6, 3 into 6, that is 18, and 4 into -4, so you will get 8, and finally we will get 12, and this is equal to RHS. So from this also one can find the correct answer for the given question, and therefore the correct option is option C. Now let us consider next one. If matrix capital X is equal to this 2 by 2 matrix is given, and also x square minus x plus I is equal to 0, then the inverse of x is, again here four options are given. Now here I am going to use a formula for inverse of 2 by 2 matrix. Here I am not using the extra information that is given x square minus x plus I is equal to 0. By using this, one can also find the x inverse. So by using this, to find the x inverse, multiply the given equation by x inverse and simplify for x inverse, you will get the value of x inverse. But instead of that, without any calculation, one can find the answer by using the formula of A inverse. So let us consider, to find the x inverse, just we follow the simple steps. So first one, find the determinant of given matrix X. Then obtain the matrix by interchanging diagonal elements and changing signs of off diagonal elements of given matrix. And third one, multiply matrix obtained in step 2 by 1 upon determinant of X. So this is the very simple procedure. So with this, here we first find the determinant of X, and that is equal to 1. Now second step is we have to interchange the diagonal elements, and again we have to change the signs of off diagonal elements of given matrix. So with the second step, we get the matrix as 1 minus a minus 1, a square minus a plus 1, and last element is a. Here one can observe that the diagonal elements are interchanged and the signs of off diagonal elements are also changed. And now multiply it by 1 upon determinant of X, and that is nothing but X inverse, and therefore X inverse is equal to, we'll get the matrix, and therefore the correct option is option B. Now finally consider, for what value of X will the matrix given below becomes singular. So the matrix is given, and here we have to find out the value of X for which the matrix is singular. Now the options are not given, and we know that the singular means the determinant of given matrix should be 0. Now it is a 3 by 3, so one can expand this determinant by using any row or any column, but we choose the row or column which contains maximum zeros. So here third column contains maximum zeros, and here we just recall the sign conventions for the expansion of determinant of order 3 by 3. So we know the signs for first row are plus, minus, plus, and now you just write alternative plus minus signs. So you will get minus, plus, then plus, minus, and then minus, plus. So the signs for third columns are plus, minus, plus. Now as there are two zeros, so the determinant, now equate the determinant is equal to 0. So we get, so this implies, so the next first element is 0, then we take minus 2. Now deleting the row and column containing 2, so we get a determinant that is 8x and 12, 6 is equal to 0. Simplifying this, we will get minus 2 into bracket 48 minus 12x is equal to 0, and simplifying this, we will get x is equal to 4. Now consider one more. How many solutions does the following system of linear equations have? So the system of equations are given, and options are infinitely many, two distinct solutions, unique solutions, and none. Now again, to solve this, again you have to write the given system in matrix notation, and then we reduce the coefficient matrix to the echelon form. So first we write in the matrix notation. So the matrix notation of given system is minus 1, 5, 1, minus 1, and 1, 3. Then we write the matrix of unknowns, that is x and y, and this is equal to matrix of constants, that is minus 1, 2, and 3. Now we reduce. By using first element, we bring zeros in the first column. So therefore we use the transformation R2 plus R1 and R3 plus also R1. So with this we get first row there is no change, so it is minus 1 5. Second row is this is 0 4. Third row 0 8. Again xy as it is and RHS first element as it is. Then 2 minus 1 you will get 1, 3 minus 1 you will get 2. Again we use second element of second row and bring 0 below that, and for that we use the transformation R3 changes to R3 minus 2 times R2, and thus we get first two rows as it is, so it is minus 1 5 0 4, and third row you will get 0 0, xy as it is, and this is equal to minus 1 1 0. Now here rank of A is equal to 2, that is number of non-zero rows, and rank of AB is also equal to 2, and number of unknowns equal to n equal to 2, and this implies that rank of A is equal to rank of AB is equal to n is equal to 2, and therefore the system is consistent and it has unique solution.